Everything is to the extreme. And the reason for this, it's all about change. All along, energy is the ability to cause change. And we see a tremendous amount of craziness right now. Isn't it crazy out there, Light Warriors? It's good to see everyone. Everything is to the extreme right now. And we see this in the Schumann Resonance, the frequency of our planet, our world, our realm, whatever it is. The frequency is constantly going to the extreme. And in today's lesson, we're going to understand why it has to go to the extreme, and the end result is change. Grand Rising, everyone. It's good to see you. If you're watching on the replay, I'm just giving everyone a few minutes to get on. And as you come in, please give the video a like. It's going to help others find this very important message. A lot of volatility out there. Do you see it? There's a lot of extremes. You're seeing one extreme, then you see another extreme. And this has been happening for a while. And the frequency of the change of the extreme, it's really going bananas. We actually see that in the Schumann Resonance. You know, we have nothing than a quick power 59 backup, right? I was sharing in the chat. Some people were talking about that 21-hour period of activity that we just went through. If you haven't seen that one, we just recently, a couple days ago, went through 21 hours of straight up activity in the Schumann Resonance. If you're new to this, the Schumann Resonance, the frequency of our world, it actually affects human brain waves as well. It's causing us to change. It affects the planet. When we see these increased bursts, and so don't forget about the solar flares. You know about the solar flares and the solar storms that we're getting bombarded with right now? Well, when we experience this, we get increased earthquakes and volcanism. And these changes are happening inside of you too. It's good to see everyone. It's crazy out there. Sometimes God says, just sit still. Just sit still. And that's what we kind of need to do. We have to integrate the energies, rest, because then it's time for big change. Lots of work. I got to do lots of. I'm always doing the work, but I'm going to have to do even more work, right? after we get through this mess. So, you know, we're seeing the 3D. It's trying to hold on, right? And then we have the 5D. We're seeing these extremes, and you know, everything is a frequency, and this constant back and forth, you know, and I've been sharing about this. People have been sharing in the comments. I read the comments, and how like it's too much. Just either do one way, just do something. The energy has been stagnant, and this constant volatility, these going from one extreme to another, is to wake people up and crack. It's cracking, right? You see up, down, right? It's cracking the old world. And then a new earth. Some of you see the little icon, the old earth is cracking, the new earth comes out, right? The old reality is cracking. And everyone, which we're going to get into in a few minutes, will be given a free will decision. That's why everything's crashing. Everything's crashing. And then through free will, you'll be given a choice. Oh, I love the smell of expanded consciousness in the morning. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, even some of my friends that, you know, they really haven't been in the spiritual awakening, they're seeing this. Oh, this is crazy right now. This is all of these all of these concepts that we had. We have to break them all down into a fine powder. And it actually, you say, where is the evidence of this? This is when people say the event, it's the expansion of human consciousness. Like some people, they might hear that, oh, that's not a big, it's like the most important thing. your consciousness, what you are conscious of, that forms your everyday life experience. There's different timelines, there's different realities that you won't even experience because people were under satanic mind control of Medea. And if you don't know what that means by now, you should subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. And start doing research as you. It's a call to action. Look up mind control patents for the TV in the 70s. Remember those mind control patents, right? So everything is a frequency, and just gonna talk about that for a little bit. 95% of our experience that we have is dictated by subconscious programs. So 5% of your reality is actually being conscious. That's why it takes a tremendous amount of energy to break free of the satanic mind control. Do you know about satanic mind control? Some people in the chat know about it. It's no one's fault. We were born into this prison. 95% is all subconscious. If this seems interesting to you, you should look up Dr. Bruce Lipton. I love you, Bruce. Oh, yeah. I learned from the best. And many of you are as well. Subconscious programs dictate the reality. Many of us were given the subconscious programs. The Schumann Resonance spikes are associated with human brain waves. We're expanding consciousness. We're waking up. Tesla said light is information, right? Light is information. The light is coming in beyond visible light. It's the electromagnetic spectrum. Our whole world. We have the master of magnetism again, Magneto, right? We have to really understand the importance of these things. We were given our freedoms away to a synthetic world, creating synthetic people. Oh yeah, synthetic people. Do you know about synthetic people? But now we're getting back in tune with the light of Christ and the frequencies of the universe. So without further ado, please give the video a like. The frequency of the earth, the Schumann resonance, right? And we just hit power 59. So we're going through massive, it's the extremes that we're going through right now. So the other day we had 21 hours straight that really stirred us all up of activity. Maximum in the upper 80s at that time. Then we're low. Then we get a quick burst, 59, back low again. It's the up, it's the down, it's the volatility. And the reason for this is to start change. This is our evolutionary journey as a species. We have to change. If we do not change, we're not going to evolve. We're not going to make it through. So that this time period, it's all about change. And a lot of you see that it's been stagnant. We've been stuck in this World War III, the spiritual war, and everything's kind of been stagnant right now. So these energies are invoking change. It's gotten to the point where it doesn't matter if it's good or bad or what is perceived. Some of us know there's not really good or bad. There's infinite, right? What might be good to someone is bad to someone else. It's your perception. Your perception becomes reality. The only thing that we are concerned with right now is a change. It could be good, bad, or indifferent. A massive change has to take place to wake people up. So that's why we constantly see the volatility. We're seeing everything crash right now. Is it crashing? Let me know in the chat. Is it crashing? So physically, a lot of times when we have these massive bursts of energy, we have increased earthquakes and volcanism. The energy builds up and it has to be released. It's actually happening inside of you. It's keep the updates coming. I don't like to be distracted. I don't want to. I got to be focused. It's all crashing to bring forth free will. There's a lot of fear. right? It brings off fear. People are in, oh, I got to pull out of this, pull out the fear retracts. Everything is going to retract. And then through free will, people will, the collective will say, are we going to go back to the old, put our attention there, the currency of the universe? Or after everything crashes and collapses, are we going to put our attention, the currency of the universe, into the new? Do we go back to the old, or do we proceed forward to the new? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Are we going back to the old, or are we going to the new? You know, some of you might have friends, oh, we're going back to normal. Everything, nothing to see here. The world's burning, right? It's over. Like, we already know it's over. Oh, it's just a little blip. We're going to go back to normal. And what the truth was, that nothing was normal. We were given subconscious programs. It actually wasn't normal. Some people know this in the chat. If you're watching on the replay, you should really, if it calls you through free will, you should subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to subscribe and select all. The chat is, it's a tremendous chat. Grand rising to everyone in the chat. It never was normal, right? Yeah, we got to get back to Eden. We got to get back to being great. Remember all the times, all the fun times? You know, people thought they were giving these, oh, life is about suffering. You must suffer. You are a sinner. You cause global warming. You do. Yes. Right. It's all the same. Whatever it is that's worded to you. This has been going on for thousands of years. It's funny because it's true, right? It's funny because it's true. So there's a lot of, it's the extreme right now. It's extreme. Look at that Schumann. It's true. Look at the Schumann Resonance chart. We got high, we got low, and then it reflects. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. That's why, like, people haven't woke up. Well, it says in the Matrix, in the book here, when the chart goes down, and then it's a bear, and then it's finished. It's a totally different. You know, we all have to become sovereign beings. Like, a lot of people, they learned certain things in the past, right? And we all have to take that accountability mirror and look at the mirror. And we all have to say, we were given subconscious programs that didn't serve our purpose. And we held on to them like they were the Bible. But these were programs. Who were the writers of the programs, right? Yeah, it's all the same. It's the same energy. Dr. Bruce Lipton said language was designed to hide feelings. It's not about the words. It's the energy behind the words, right? And that's why we need, as a person said, remember that guy that said it like over 2 years? Remember that guy? He said, clairsentience in the end days, right? And some people might, oh, it's crazy. What do you mean feel energy? You got to feel energy. You have to feel your way through. There's a ton of confusion right now. As empaths, we feel for our brothers and sisters. We're realizing it's a spiritual war. So you have to feel the energy right now. A good way of understanding it is actually through the Schumann resonance. I, like all of you, we like to have some tangible evidence. I know it's a big faith. I know. I hear it too. You got to have faith. Listen, as my Nana said, there's a time for this and a time for that. So we can only work on what we're able to control, right? We can't control what's around us, right? Like right now, I know what are the basics. I know I could get out here and make it a very important message for everyone during this time period every single day. That's my standard. Every day we have the message, and then I go about my life and I have whatever the energy is that I have to carry out the day. It's wartime, spiritual war. Some of you, some of you are fighting a war in a different realm. You don't even realize it. That's why you're like tired all the time. So when we, I'm grateful for all the support. Please give the video a like if you're learning something new today, feeling empowered today. This extremes, the extreme has to go to the extremes. We see the extremes and then it gets people to change. You see, energy is the ability to cause change. If there was no change, there was no transfer of energy. It's irrelevant. Also in science, pay attention. Also in science, energy is the ability to do work, causing a change. If there was no change, there was no work. And God is working through all of us right now, and we have to be the change. We have to physically do it. So we see in the Schumann resonance, the light codes that are coming in, electromagnetic energy. There's Magneto over there. It's coming in. This is all connected. I'm here to connect this all. Who thought science would be biblical? That's why I'm here, right? If there was no change, there was no work. So these extremes right now are getting people to change. It's all about change right now. And some people can perceive, some people might not totally understand this message in the now moment, but it is important. And as I shared with you, if it resonates, eventually it will make sense. If there was no change, there was no work, and you are all doing the work. We're all as the collective doing the work. So everything's crashing right now, and then we start over, and then it's where do you put your attention? You go back to the old, or do we go into the new? Where are we going? And through free will, we have to make the change. The catalyst for change is the people. The catalyst for change is the people, because it's free will. The people, see, like God's not going to just do it for us. There's rules to the universe. There's laws, not the fake man-made laws, universal laws. Yeah. And God, the sons and daughters of God, everyone, the infinite beings, we have to play by these rules. It can't just be done for us. It's the universal law of free will. Today, you have the free will to do whatever it is that calls you. And you'll feel what you're supposed to. Some people say, Mike, what am I supposed to do? Mike, what am I supposed to do? You have to feel it through resonance. What resonates with you? Do you feel filled with energy, or do you feel tired? So we're experiencing these extremes right now. We have to achieve balance, Philip, right? We have one shot at this. Nothing is handed. We have one shot at this. Nothing is handed. So as we see this extreme in the frequency of our world, the Schumann resonance, when we see these extremes, it then manifests in the extremes that we're having in the reality. We might see everything get stripped down to the bone. And then every person will have the free will choice. The old can't exist in the new energy. And some want to hold on to the old systems that didn't serve the greatest purpose of the people. And people have to naturally wake up to these things. People have to wake up and they have to say, oh, wow, this doesn't serve me. I need to go on a different path now. We have to go on a different path now. And electromagnetism is much more important and much more powerful than you were led to believe. Oh, yeah. We're actually seeing this in the Schumann resonance. And just because it's not in visible light, we have to remember, visible light is only a small fraction, a fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. We, all of us, even myself, are like completely blind to most of the universe. Some of you aren't out there. Some of you see auras. You could probably see my aura. A lot of people are going to have a hard time with the new Earth. You could run, but you can't hide from people. As we awaken, as we decalcify the pineal gland, more and more people are able to see clearly, feel the energy. You can't hide from them. Can't hide anymore. Can't hide behind the words anymore. You'd see they would come out with the prestige, and they would talk real nice, and they would say, "Oh, well, I'll do this for the people, and we're going to do this, and we're going to cut back," and they're all full of shift, right? We're shifting to a new Earth right now. We're shifting. We know all the prestige out there, right? There it is. You love that, Ronnie, right? I'm very grateful for all the light warriors that have been here all along. I'm very grateful for everyone that's stumbling across this message in divine timing. We're all waking up. We're all waking up together. As I shared a long time ago, right? We're all getting on the river. Some people got on already, and some people getting on later, but we're all going to roll down the river, and we're going to end on that beautiful island on the new Earth. The end point is going to be the same. The end point, we're all going to be going down this river. Some people got on a little earlier, some people later, but we're all going to get there. We're all going to get there, right? If you're learning something new, please give the video a like. It's going to help others find this message. Oh, yeah. Little fire in the chat there. Love it. Sometimes there's a rock, and then if you have an inflatable, boom, it springs a leak, right? Then we have to go back. We got to get them in another boat, get them down the river, right? So there's so much, the difference. It's the extremes right now that's really irritating people. So many people have said it's been stagnant. We're seeing this sick energy go through the people. Lives are being destroyed. Families are separated right now. Sometimes we have to embrace it. We have to get into that vibration of an army of one. We have to get into that vibration, even if I have to do it myself. A lot of distractions right now. A lot of things to lower your vibes. It's time to raise our vibrational frequency right now. How are those charts doing? Let me know in the chat. And yeah, a lot of it's needed, right? But if it never comes, what are we going to do? Right? We wait. We have to just keep moving forward and don't go back with fear. Right? Things are being manipulated right now. But what's happening is I taught about the narcissist, right? A long time ago. If you should check that out. The narcissist destroys itself. When you're awake, you understand the tactics. You know about the controllers of the narrative. Well, you can apply these things. It's a type of creature. They actually destroy themselves. And sometimes we sit back. We observe. We observe. And we see it all collapse on its own. And we are the ones We're the ones that we've been waiting. Stop waiting for the. You heard all these legends, these superheroes, right? The superhero is you. We're the superheroes, right? It's true. Yeah, we're learning. And again, people were in these situations. They weren't educated. Become an educated empath. Everyone feels, right, and you could put yourself. You could understand and overstand what's going on. But we have to be educated about these things. We have to be educated about our human energy field, and we have to focus on ourselves at this time, because we can't help others if our cup isn't filled up, right? So these extremes that are happening, there's a lot of extremes out there. Don't be fearful. The growling of the demons gets louder and louder at the end. It's going to get real loud. They're growling. The growling comes in many forms, right? The growling comes in many forms, but they're trying to hold on. Just like a narcissist. Well, if we can't have this planet, nobody will. Right? If we can't have this realm, nobody will. We'll destroy it all. You know about that? Sometimes when we simply don't pay it attention, when we don't pay it attention, it goes away. It goes away. It's cray-cray out there. It's true. So, remember, as we're going through these extremes, it's designed for change. Energy is the ability to cause change. Energy is the ability to do work. And if there was no change, there was no work. That's science 101. It's true. Now we apply it to the spiritual war happening right now. Yeah. And light codes and Schumann resonances, right? And DNA activations and light warriors and light workers and archangels and all those things, right? If there was no change, there was no work. You got to cause a change. And the changes are done through free will. So people are seeing this, and that's why it has to crescendo upwards. Right now, God's like, these people are still not waking up. We're going to have to crash everything to wake them up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about. So when we're viewing it all about change, and some of you are getting this transmission, you understand and overstand this. A massive change has to happen. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It just has to be a massive change. Something that rocks this earth. The earth realm. Something has to rock it. And remember, it's everyone's perception. Some people might view something good or bad. It's your perception of that. We're losing duality at this time. Like a lot of people, like we were given, oh, well, these are the good things and these are the bad things, right? We're losing duality at this time. So we're going through these massive extremes in order to wake us up. And it's going to continuously crescendo. And absolutely nothing can stop this. Absolutely nothing. It's true. So if you're feeling the need for something to give, be the change today that you want to see in the world. Be the change today that you want to see in the world. And we're seeing it. It is the bottleneck of time. It's definitely the bottleneck of time. Pull them out, Crystal. Pull them out. It's a terrible place for children. It's true. Everything's the opposite in opposite world, right? You got to have prestige, right? So I love the chat. If you stumbled across this, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to subscribe and select all. I'm very grateful for all the support. We're here today because of all of you. And we're going to keep going. That's what you have to, that's what you can't be fearful. You just got to keep moving forward towards these things. And then abundance of the new earth, it's going to come in. And then you're going to have the power to do anything that you imagine. So we need a catalyst. The catalyst are the people, the Schumann resonance energy, the light codes. We're feeling them build up. We're seeing the extreme. Like you're feeling it. Like, isn't your body feeling like this right now? You're like, Ronnie, thank you so much. I'm grateful for you, Ronnie. I appreciate that, even though we don't have all of the matrix. Prestige, yeah. Gotta have prestige out there. Yeah. You got to go to these prestigious schools, right? You got to have these prestigious fake jobs, right? Ladies, you have to have the prestigious fake bag. Fellas, you got to have the fake watch. Watches are fake because linear time is fake anyway, but that's a story for another time. It's fake stuff. It's all fake stuff. It's very hard to make decisions right now, Lightweaver. A lot of confusion. Stay the course. Even if you have to go all the way, you got to put on the full armor of God and move forth as an army of one. That's what we have to do. And then we will see the path. It's true. Got to be comfortable. I love you too, Donna Joe. A lot of distractions out there. And they're here to what we're going through right now is a major distraction of fear. We're going to see everything crash right now. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Like some people, they want to take their attention, the currency of the universe, and they see the old stuff, right? And then they see the new stuff that was coming, and everything's crashing right now. Everything's going to crash. And then through free will, people are going to say, do I go back to the old or do I go into the new? Everything's crashing. We're going to the extreme right now. It's the electromagnetic frequency of the planet. It's rising right now. Is the Schumann resonance rising? You better believe it. And since future proves past, we could actually look at the long-term charts and we could see that the frequency is picking up, especially since 2020. 2019, going into 2020, it starts rising. And it's connected to human consciousness. And if you're new to the Schumann resonance, you should check out the channel page. You should research more on the Schumann resonance. It's associated with the consciousness of humanity, the collective consciousness as well. A lot of you familiar with the collective consciousness. It's all tied into the Schumann resonance. We are limitless, and we're taking back our power, and that's what we need right now. So the moral of today, it's all about change. If there was no change, there was no work. Used to love that one. Used to love that one. Used to do tremendous demonstrations. Oh, that's great. Oh, there it is. I want you to picture, right? Just picture in your mind, right? Let's say there was a crazy science teacher, right? And he's pushing against the wall with all his might, right? He's pushing, he's sweating, right? He's pushing. He's pushing the wall, struggling, exerting, getting hot, sweating, pushing the wall. And the wall doesn't move. No work was done. No work was done because there was no change. Some people did. Oh, but it's a good time. It's a good time to use our unique abilities. It's all about change right now. The change has to happen, and then we'll all be partying on the new earth. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. We're growing every single day, and it's because of all of you. I'm grateful for all of your support. Links are in the description and at the pinned comment. Join our group chats because it's lonely out there. We need friends. We have group chats on Telegram and Discord. It's a good time. It's a good time. Many thanks to all of you. I love you all. So let's be conscious that we are seeing extremes. We're seeing extremes in the frequency, the Schumann resonance, and we're also seeing extremes that's manifesting in the real world right now. So hang on. I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. I'm gonna come, so bye for now.